Hi, I'm Sarah Caffey, and this yoga sequence is inspired by all my friends and myself going home and getting just kind of sucked into our phones a little bit too much, and then after a little while, all of a sudden you feel a little crick in your neck. And these are some of the movements that I did to help loosen up these areas and reset. But I want to start off with just a little bit of a grounding. So everybody put your hand on your heart and take a second to slow your breath down, to tune in, to feel your heartbeat, and repeat to yourself, here I am. Here I am in this moment. Your chest rising and falling with your breath. Continue to slow down your breath and feel your shoulders relaxing, your chin falling closer to your neck. Bring your arm to your side and start making some circles with your shoulders. I like to start with shoulder circles just to start getting all the muscles in this area engaged and warmed up before I try to loosen up what might have become stuck or rigid. And with this, I like to have my shoulder blades come forward. They rise up, they draw back, and as they're back, they go down. Forward, up, back, and down, and a little bit the other way. Now it's coming up, it's drawing forward and down. Letting the shoulder blades glide and smoothly move along the rib cage. From here, getting the shoulder blades moving a little bit more. Our shoulder blades mainly are, which is the scapula here, is mainly attached to the ribs by muscles. So kind of getting it moving, really take your hands, open up them wide, reach them out to the side, as if you're sweeping through some water. Draw them forward, letting the shoulders glide across from your back, reaching forward, head tucks in, rounding in the back. And then inhale, the thumbs come down and we sweep back around as the chest comes through, shoulders draw back, interlace the fingers behind your back, reaching them down. Inhale, the chest rises to the sky. And when you're in this back bend, try not to let the head just rest. Slowly tuck the chin in. Doing that a few more times, exhaling, releasing the hands, sweeping them through your water. Letting the shoulders glide across the back, hands come together and reaching them forward, chin tucks in. Inhale, thumbs come down, sweeping them behind the back, shoulders draw down the back, hands interlaced, reaching the interlaced fingers down towards the ground as you inhale, chest to the sky, slight chin tuck. Moving your body one more on your own into the flexion and extension, that's rounding. Moving the ribs, waking up the muscles. Release the hands and let yourself settle once more in this new motion. Noticing how you might feel a little different just from that little subtle movement of the rib cage. All the neck muscles, well, most of them attached to the ribs themselves. The shoulders attached to the ribs. So starting there, getting mobility in your thoracic spine is important. If you can get rotation in thoracic spine, then you're getting a lot more motion. I like to start there by having one hand on my chest, one hand on my belly. I inhale. And on my exhale, I start to rotate, keeping my bottom hand or my belly button facing forward, my chin in line with my chest. Inhale back. Exhale to the side. I find this cue helps me engage my muscles. Oftentimes we kind of hinge at our thoracic spine, which is the middle part of our spine where all our ribs attach. And when we go into these rotations, maybe we're using our hands and we're really creaking our neck, going passively. One more to each side, waking up the muscles of our rotators of the spine. Bringing the arms back down. Doing one more motion. Taking your right hand, place it on the outside of your hip. Really plant your sit bone, the pointy part of your bottom, into the ground. As you side bend the chest up to the sky, back hand comes behind you. Palm is resting, foot paint facing out. Inhale, gazes at the sky. Exhale, core is engaged. Use your inhale to come back out of that rotation. Taking your left hand on the outside of your hip, planting through the sit bone as you side bend and slightly rotate, opening up the chest towards the sky. One more to each side, right hand on the outside. Inhale. Finding a side bend. Just that simple movement, taking a break throughout your day, if you're on your desk a lot, can help. We're gonna go into the next part of this, where I want us to start stretching out some of the muscles in our neck that might be getting tight. Go ahead, find yourself a chin tuck, bringing your chin in towards your neck. The head rounds, one segment at a time starts to come down like you're moving your spine in a wave until you feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Rising back up, stacking your spine back up one at a time. Chin comes up last. 2 more times, chin tuck. Next spinal segment rolls, the next one rolls. Feeling maybe a stretch in the back of your neck. And coming back up. Oftentimes the muscles in the back of our neck get really tight, especially if we're trying to squint to look at a computer. Our chin comes away from our neck. All of a sudden, these muscles get tight, these muscles get weak. And this is just a simple way to move your spine in that opposite movement. Now there are a few muscles that attach to the neck that tend to start working extra hard. Maybe they're trying to hold our shoulders up, or they get really tight if we're in this position trying to hold our neck up. So I want you to take your 2 fingers, pointer, middle, or maybe even 3, place them right on top of your collarbone. Right now, if you kind of press some pressure down, you're pressing on muscles called the scalenes, which all can get tight holding on to your rib. To stretch this, you're gonna hold pressure here. You're gonna turn your head away from your hands and tilt your chin up towards the sky till you feel a gentle stretch. Now the key with these stretches is that you're not just letting your head collapse back, because that's furthering that extra arch that we tend to get. So instead, think about keeping your chin still facing forward, and even with this tilt back, we still find some length in the back of the neck. Tuning into our breath as these muscles all attach to the ribs. Maybe that deeper breath gives you more of a stretch. Bring the chin back in towards your neck. Bring your hands down. Take your other hand, place it on top of your collarbone, adding some pressure here. Turn your head away from your hand. Tilt your chin to the sky. And find some slow, deep breaths. These scalene muscles attach to the first rib. Believe it or not, your first rib is all the way up here. And if these muscles are tight, locking down that first rib, that can cause a lot of dysfunction in the rest of your upper body. Coming back. And the next muscle to stretch out are these another muscle in the front. These are called the SCM, or sternocleidomastoid. So if I press into my head, you can feel them kind of popping out. They tend to hold our heads up when our head comes forward. So a way that I like to both stretch and massage this muscle, they come up and it attaches right behind the ear at an area of our skull. So I try to find that spot. It might be a little tender. If so, don't press so hard. And I hold down here. I turn my head away to the side and I try to tilt my ear up towards the sky. And as I tilt my ear towards the sky, I let these fingers just glide down this muscle. Should feel like a nice stretch massage. Maybe you hold it down here, take a breath here, or slowly bring your chin in and reset. And then go to the other side. Take your right hand, place it behind the ear again, finding what's called the mastoid. Turn your head away. Slowly tilt your ear towards the sky as you slide your hands down, feeling a massage. Again, holding on, doing that a few times. Bringing the head back. And last but not least, the muscle called the levator scap, which tends to also get tight. It attaches to the tip of our shoulder blade, comes all the way up here, attaches to the top cervical spine, and when we're in this position, that muscle can get really locked up. So I like to just start off with massaging the back of my head, right where the skull meets the back. I bring my fingertips and I just kind of make small little circles, slowly working my way out. So I start in the middle, and this is another area that might be sensitive. So press how it might feel good to you. From there, bring your head to the side, tilt the chin in like you're doing that wave again. Start to curl it one segment at a time towards your armpit. As I draw my shoulders back, I might feel that stretch deeper. If this feels good, stay here. Or you can take your arm that you're turning your head towards, take your hands, place it right at the edge of the skull. And we're not cranking the head down, just gently lifting the skull up a little bit more towards the sky to help with this rounding position. Maybe you'll get a more gentle stretch in that levator scap. Tuning into your breath. Release the hand. Bring the head back to center, roll back up. One more to the other side, turning your head to the other side. Chin tuck, one segment at a time, rolls down towards your armpit. Take your left hand, place it at your skull. Again, a gentle lift up towards the sky. We're not cranking down, we're just gently lifting. You can even do a shoulder circle here. Some people like the arm behind the back or even overhead, whatever feels comfortable to you. Release the hand. Bring the head back to center. Roll back up. Maybe do a few shoulder circles to kind of reset. And you should feel a little bit maybe more wobbly in the neck as we just release some of these muscles. Working on maintaining a slight chin tuck can help keep some of these stabilizing muscles of the neck engaged. So all of a sudden we're not kicking in our upper traps or those scalene levator scap SCM muscles. Another exercise I really like to help release my neck is just a simple forward fold. Now, a way to do it from your chair, it's important to come forward and bring your belly to your thighs. And when you bring your belly to your thighs, you're going to press into your heels, to push your hips up towards the sky. From here, we're going to grab our elbows, letting the head relax towards the ground. Draw the shoulders down the back, opening up the shoulder blades, as if you're bringing your shoulder blades away from your neck. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Stay here as long as this might feel good to you. But when we're in this inverted position, coming out of it, make sure you slow down your breath and come out of it slowly. Either you can sit your hips back down and sit up, or release the hands, straighten the knees, begin to roll one segment at a time up. The head is last. Palms face forward. Reaching the fingertips towards the ground, the shoulders draw back. Find a slight tilt of the head, a stretch of your upper traps. Make sure the chin doesn't run away from the neck. Draw it back in. Breathe all the way into your upper chest. One segment at a time comes back up. Side bend your head away. Take a deep breath and let it go. One segment at a time, bring your head back up. Again, sweep the arms in front of you through that water until you hug yourself, giving yourself love. Slowly lift your elbows up towards the sky as your fingertips glide apart. Arms overhead, shoulders down. Slightly press your chest to the sky, but maintain that chin tuck. Find a tuck of the tailbone to keep that core engaged. Begin to bring the thumbs down as you sweep your hands back. Hands come down, interlace behind your back. Inhale, chest to the sky again. Exhale, palms forward, sweep through the water, rounding in your mid-back, chin tucks in, giving yourself a hug. Inhale, elbows reach. Letting the arms come all the way down. One more time. Interlaced fingers behind your back, chest to the sky, slight chin tuck. Exhaling, sweeping your arms forward. From here, take a seat back down. Hand returns to your heart. Tune in. Is your breath a little deeper? A little slower? Feel your heartbeat under your hands. And repeat to yourself, here I am.